logical controller, the PLCs. So protection these systems from the cyber threat is critical to ensure the safe operation of industrial processes. So the key component of these systems are the sensors, the actuators, which must be secured as they play a main role in monitoring and controlling the equipments as well. And yeah, it is also important to protect the communication networks, okay, because we need the communication networks, okay, for these all the operations and the processes. So the network infrastructure and the protocol used in this ICS systems like the Modbus, and we have the distributed network protocol DNP3, and we have the OPC, the open platform communication protocol. These must be protected, okay, from unauthorized access and from the cyber attacks. So by focusing on these aspects, okay, we can enhance the cyber security of OT sector and especially the ICS as well. So ensuring the integrity, the originality of the data and the safety of industrial operations as well. Yeah, so this slide shows the fundamental differences between the operational technology, OT, and the information technology, okay. So OT involves the controlling physical processes and the machinery within the industrial environment. And OT also controlling the physical processes and the machinery within the industrial environment. And it will manage the system like industrial control systems and SCADA systems, okay. And it will also focusing on the real-time operations and automations. On the other hand, we have the IT. IT deal with the data processing, storage, and communication in digital systems. So IT contains the network, the servers, the databases, and the software applications that handle the information for business operations, for decision making and communication as well. So understanding these both areas are important for managing the OT and the IT environment and ensuring the smooth and the secure operations. For example, in the IT, we have the business insights where we have the web-based deployments, enterprise resource planning, software and the hardware stuff, and the cloud infrastructure, which are very important components for any modern business operations. And these all the systems and the components are used to provide the efficient management, scalability, and accessibility as well. On the other side, we have the operational insight in the OT part. So in the operational insights, we have this different systems as I discussed in my previous slide. The SCADA is one of the system. Then we have the remote terminal unit, RTU, and we have the PLCs. So the RTU is a remote terminal unit, and it is a microprocessor controlled electronic device that interfaces the objects, okay, in the physical world for your distributed control systems or for the SCADA as well. And these are useful to transmitting the data, okay, to the master system. And by using the different messages from the master systems to control the connected objects as well. And then we have the human machine interface, okay, that is also part of the operational insight of the OT. And it will define as a feature or the component and the software application that enable the humans to engage and interact within the machines. Okay, so I hope that everything is okay. You can hear me properly, and my slides are also visible to everyone. If there is any problem, so yeah, you can just update me about that. Yeah.
No, Kashif, it seems
okay.
It looks okay in the slides.
Okay.
Fine, so don't worry, everything's good.
Yeah. Okay. So these OT and the IT systems. So again, I'm repeating the OT technologies and the OT system. They are controlling the physical processes and the machinery stuff, whereas the IT deal with the data processing, storage, and the communication part. Okay. So these both systems, they are connected with each other, and they will improve the automation and the visibility for distributed OT systems. So, importance of OT cybersecurity. So, the cybersecurity, as I mentioned before, that cybersecurity is one of the fundamental requirement of these systems. So, we have the data breaches, which have become common because, as you notice, that the data breaches have unfortunately become a common concern, and organizations across various sectors are facing the challenges of protecting the sensitive information from unauthorized access and exploitation as well. So there are a lot of attacks have been observed and increasing year after year. Yeah, the frequency and the sophistication of the cyber attacks are on the rise annually. So the threat actors, they are using the different techniques and the tools and the procedures to exploit the vulnerabilities and disturb the digital systems as well. So attackers are no longer limited to nation state. Cyber attacks are diverse and no longer confined to nation state. So nowadays, recently, the threat actors, where we have the criminal organizations, the hackers, and the individuals. Okay, I'm using the geek term for the individuals with various motivations. They are capable and they are expert to launching the sophisticated cyber attacks against the targeted sectors. And even though they didn't need any expertise and the language and the programming language background, so there are a lot of easy tools are available, and they are using those tools, and then they will disturbing all the operations and the processes and the systems as well. So there is a noticeable trend towards the adopting different operating systems and the softwares in the industrial control systems, because we have the different versions and the varieties of operating systems which we are using for our operational technologies networks. Okay, and this trend introduced new cybersecurity challenges and threats due to greater exposure to vulnerabilities as well, and more connections between the IT and the ICS. We have the smart cities concept, we have the smart grid concepts, we have smart houses and the smart homes concepts. Okay, when these all the domains will be integrated with each other and mixed with each other, then the situation will be more worse. So the integration between the information technology and the operational technology network is increasing. Yeah, and this convergence facilitate the operational efficiencies, and but also expand the attack surface. So there's a need to cybersecurity measures to protect the critical infrastructure and industrial processes as well. Like we have the industrial control systems and the operational technology systems. They are connected with each other directly, and they are also connected with the internet. Okay, for the remote monitoring, for the management, and for other operational efficiencies as well. So this connectivity introduced the cybersecurity risks and threats, and that must be carefully managed to protect these industrial control processes from external threats and from external attacks as well. Okay, so this slide shows the cyber attacks on the OT sector year by year. Like, for example, if I will start from the 2010, there was an attack on the Iranian nuclear program. Then in 2013, there's a floodgate was compromised in New York. In 14, the healthcare and the transportation sectors were compromised. In 15, a German steel mill and the car transmission and the brakes were controlled. And the Ukraine power grid went offline. And in 17 and in 18, in 19, the oil, safety, shipping, and other industries were compromised due to these cyber attacks. So the gas pipeline like the ICS, OT, and the water plants were compromised in 2022, in 23, and 24. So these are just a few examples to understand the security situation in the OT sector, in industries, in all different fields. So these are just few examples which I added here in this diagram, okay, to understand what is going on in OT related to the cybersecurity things. Yeah. So now the question is that the importance of this OT cybersecurity, okay, like the cyber threats can mean day by day increasing in the OT systems, okay, and the attackers, they will enter at the back office from the enterprise network, and they are posing the risk of compromise to critical industrial operations as well. They are controlling the systems, and the control system exposed directly to the internet, okay, via the remote access capability, and which are vulnerable to the cyber attacks. So as per the attacks categories, according to the Microsoft Digital Defense Report published in 2022, the remote management and the web are the highest percentage. Okay, so from where the attackers, they targeted these industries. So the common attacks types, okay, which we observed from these studies and from these reports, which are malware and the ransomware, which can disturb the operations and compromise the sensitive data and within the OT environment, and phishing and the social engineering techniques, okay, basically exploit the human vulnerabilities to gain the unauthorized access to the OT systems. So then we have the malware and the ransomware. Okay, the ransomware is a type of malware that encrypt the files or locks users out of their systems, and then they are demanding some payment to restore the access. We have phishing and the social engineering attack. So like for example, where we are receiving the different types of emails and the messages, and nowadays the attackers, they are using the videos and the images as well, okay, to initiate these types of attack. Then we have the insider threats, okay, like we have the malicious insiders, okay, which can disturb, okay, the systems. Supply chain attacks are there. Supply chain attacks basically are the vulnerabilities which are from the third party suppliers or the services. Okay, the attackers infiltrate the trusted relationship to gain unauthorized access or introduce the malicious code into the supply chain, and overall disturbing the systems and the operations as well. Then we have the physical security breaches as well. Okay, like unauthorized access to the physical facilities, equipment, sensitive area, machinery, and devices. Okay, so yeah, so these are the some types of attacks, okay, which are most common, okay, nowadays, as we observed from the previous data and from the literature as well. Okay, so some other challenges which we have, like we have the legacy systems, which are aging infrastructure, and the technology that may pose compatibility issues, okay, with modern security solutions. And these systems require the special maintenance and the security measures to ensure the operational continuity and the protection against the vulnerabilities as well. Okay, then we have we need some operational requirement. Okay, operational systems demand continuous availability and to minimize the downtime, especially in the OT technologies, to support the critical processes. And these are, because these systems are the real time, they are doing the real time processing to maintain all the operations. Okay, so there is a need to ensure the safety of these devices and of these systems as well. Then we have the diverse and the complex environment as well. Okay, so industrial environment feature a diverse range of devices, protocols, and the vendors. So many devices and the protocols we have. So integration with the IT networks. So, and this situation, okay, will add the complexity, which need more careful management. Okay, and more sophisticated and the complex security systems to protect these operational integrity and the data integrity and protect these systems. Okay, so yeah, we have some domain specific technologies as well, in especially in the OT sector. Like, for example, the many industrial control systems, they need the special knowledge due to their unique operational requirements and the technologies as well. So enterprise IT security solution, okay, so maybe they have lack of awareness, okay, to handle these specific industrial control systems and the environment. And definitely this will lead to the gaps in protection and the security as well. As per the communication, so industrial control systems, they are communicating by using the different types of protocols that are vulnerable, okay, to the attacks and designed to exploit their specific characteristics and the weaknesses as well. So we have some other operational technology deficiencies as well. Like, for example, the programmable logical controller and the remote terminal units, PLCs and the RTUs, they are designed with limited computational capabilities and focusing on the real-time control of the physical components like the valves, pump, motors, fan, and these types of things. So these devices may suffer from resource exhaustion issues and affecting their ability to function correctly under heavy load conditions, especially in the industries. Okay, so these are some challenges we have in the cybersecurity, especially in the OT cybersecurity. Okay, so yeah, the ecosystem complexity slows responses and the mitigation. Yeah, the complexity of these interconnected systems and diverse technologies, especially in the industrial ecosystem, okay, and often shows down responses and mitigation efforts to cybersecurity incidents. Okay, so the coordination among the various stakeholders, okay, and to implement the effective security measures are very important to address these challenges. Okay, so we have too many vendors, for example, there is too many alerts, okay, so many machines and the devices are involved and working in this environment, and then there is the manual and the slow response will be there. Okay, some machineries, they need slow processes. There is a lack of trained people, okay, especially in the OT sector related to the cybersecurity, and there is the cost is involved and the complexity is involved. Okay, so these are some common things, okay, which we have, especially in the OT and IT sector. Okay, so let me explain you a little bit about the SCADA system. Okay, so the key component of the SCADA, okay, which we have the human machine interface, there is a SCADA master, there is a remote terminal unit, and there is a PLC. Okay, so for example, the HMI, okay, that is a human machine interface. This unit and this component is displaying all the processes data to the human operator, okay, in a graphical format, and operators monitors and control all the industrial processes through this HMI, okay, and they are interacting with real-time data and the system status as well. And where we have the SCADA master, okay, and the SCADA master gather the data from different devices across the industrial network and manage the entire system, and it will provide a centralized monitoring and control and data acquisition capabilities for efficient operation and for the decision making as well. Whereas we have the remote terminal unit, RTU, this unit is connected to the sensors and other field devices, and this unit is converting the analog signal into digital data, and these types of processes and the functions it will provide, and they will also transmit this data to the SCADA system, okay, which will facilitating the real-time monitoring and control all the processes remotely. And then we have the PLC, and PLC are the versatile field devices used in industrial automation, okay, and these are configurable through programming, and they control all the processes based on their input which they will receive from the sensor nodes, and commands from the SCADA system, okay, to ensure the reliable operation inside in the industry, okay. And this diagram is showing these all the components and the details, which I already explained to you. There is a master terminal, there is a human machine interface, okay, and then we have the remote terminal unit RTUs, and which are connected with the field networks, and we can say the PLCs. Okay, so the ICS industrial control systems, again I'm explaining here, okay, to you, that is referred to all controlling system within a single location. Okay, like for example, we have the local area network setup. Okay, so these systems are localized and manage industrial processes within a confined area. Okay, on the other hand, we have the SCADA systems. Okay, these are supervisory control and the data acquisition systems. They are basically controlling systems that communicate over multiple locations, and we are using the one example like wide area networks. So the SCADA system allow for centralized monitoring, controlling, and data acquisition across geographically facilities, enhancing operations, and manage all the things. Yeah, so this is one broader picture, okay, to understand the OT, ICS, and SCADA system, and then the DPC and the PLCs as well. Okay, then we have the programmable logical control of the PLC. Okay, so I'm explaining a little bit this one as well. Okay, PLC are the most common type of control systems which we are using in the industrial automation in the OT sector as well. So similar to standard computers, but PLC are equipped with their own processor, their own memory, and storage capabilities as well. And yeah, so these devices are designed to work in extreme environmental conditions, especially in the industrial setup. Okay, it will ensuring the reliable operations under challenging circumstances. Okay, and these PLC are programmed using special software and the languages. Okay, the ladder logic, a graphical programming language, is widely used in PLC programming due to its design suitability for control logic implementation. Yeah. So these are the, I just explained it. There are some other systems as well. So I just explained the two systems briefly here to you, okay, to understand what these systems are doing basically, okay. So now as the part of the cybersecurity, so there are a lot of different types of frameworks have been designed, okay, to protect, okay, these systems from the cyber threats and to protect from the cyber attacks as well. The NIST is one of the well-known cybersecurity framework, okay, the CSF, and this is developed by the National Institute of Standard and the Technology, and this framework provides a structured approach, okay, for the cybersecurity and especially for the risk management as well. And it offers complete guideline, and it will offer the best practices and the standards to help the organization to assess and improve their cybersecurity architecture and systems. So it has the 5 core functions. Okay, I will explain you in the next slide. Okay, the CSF a little bit in detail. Then we have the ISA. Okay, 62443 standard. Okay, so this is one of the series of standard which developed by the International Society of Automation and the International Electro-Technical Commission as well. Okay, it provides a comprehensive framework. So almost there will be a slight difference in these all the frameworks and the standards. Okay, so basic objective of these all the frameworks is the same. Okay, to protect these systems from unauthorized access. Okay, and they are basically these all the standards, they are providing a layout and the framework, how the industries they will secure their automation and how they will control their systems. okay, by using the guidelines, requirements, okay, which are tailored and aligned with the specific, okay, cybersecurity needs, okay, especially for the industrial environment, okay. Then we have the North American Electric Reliability Corporation Critical Infrastructure Protection Standard, okay, and this is developed by the North American Electric Reliability Corporation. Okay, it will also use to secure, okay, the bulk power system, okay, and they establish the cybersecurity requirements, okay, for the critical infrastructure protection like the grids and the electricity areas, yeah. And we have some other relevant standards and the regulations as well, like ISO, IEC 27001, GDPR, and so many types of standards and the frameworks we have. So these standards provide a guideline and requirement, okay, to the industries to enhance their cybersecurity, and they will take a measures and protect all the systems by using these basic guidelines, okay. Okay, so this is the CSF complete diagram in front of you, okay, what it has, as I explained earlier that in the previous slide, that this framework is provide, okay, the complete guideline, okay, for the organizations to manage, okay, the cybersecurity risks. So this framework has 5 functions, okay, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Identify means to understand and prioritize the cybersecurity risks. Protection means implement the safeguard to protect against the threats and the attacks. Detect means to develop the capabilities to identify the cybersecurity events. Then we have the respond, to take action to mitigate the impact of incidents. And then there is the recovery part, okay, and where they will restore, okay, their all the systems if there is any incident in the OT sector. So this will providing a complete framework, okay, and this is one of the framework which is widely adopted, okay, across the critical infrastructure infrastructure sectors, yeah, and it will providing a complete structured framework to enhance the cybersecurity and compliance as well, okay. So because these NIST offer comprehensive guidelines, tools, and the resources, okay, to assist the organization in implementing the CSF effectively. So we have so many components inside in these all the areas. So let me explain few of from this list, yeah. Like in the identity, we have like the asset management, okay, where the industries, they will identify and manage their assets, like their devices, their systems, their data, okay, and these types of things, okay, they will manage. And then there is the risk assessment is involved, okay. In the risk assessment, they will conduct the regular assessment to identify the cybersecurity risks. Then there is a risk management strategy, okay, and they will develop the industries, they will develop and implement a risk management strategy, okay, to deal with the cybersecurity things. And then there's the governance, okay, they will establish the cybersecurity governance processes, policies, procedures, okay, to ensure the cybersecurity activities inside in the organization. As per the protection part, okay, like we have the access control, they will implement the strict access control and the authentication mechanism to ensure that only the authorized persons, okay, and the people and the devices can access critical systems and the data as well, okay. Then there's awareness and the training part is there, okay. It will provide the regular cybersecurity awareness and the training programs for employees to enhance their cybersecurity knowledge and the skills. Then there's the data security part, okay, where they will encrypt all their sensitive data, okay, when that data is in storage phase, when that data is in processing phase, and when that data is in transmission phase. So, and then the physical security is also including in this protection part, and then the security architecture is there. Okay, they will design and implement the secure architecture, like for example, the network segmentation, the firewalls, intrusion detection, and the prevention systems to protect their systems, okay, from the cyber threats as well. And then we have the detection. Okay, anomaly detection is there, continuous monitoring is there, incident response is there. Okay, anomaly detection, they will deploy the IDS systems and some other tools, okay, for the anomaly detections to monitor their network traffic, their system logs, and all the users activities. Okay, and they will check if there is any unusual or suspicious behavior or the activities involved, okay, in the system or not. So the continuous monitoring, they will implement the continuous monitoring tools, okay, and the techniques, okay, to detect the cybersecurity events in the real time. Okay, and these types of things are there. And then we have the respond part, okay, incident response plan. Okay, they will activate and execute the organizational incident response plan, okay, to to mitigate the impact of cybersecurity incident. The communication, okay, there should be they will establish a clear communication channels and the protocols, okay, for reporting purpose. Okay, if there is any cybersecurity breaches there, so or any incident is there, okay, so they will establish a clear communication channel, okay, to uh, disseminate that information, okay, to all their stakeholders. Okay, so as per the recovery phase, okay, that is the last part, okay, of this. So backup and the recovery is there. They will implement the regular data backup and the recovery procedures to restore the critical systems, okay, and data in the event of cybersecurity incident or the data loss. So, and improve planning, the lesson learned, okay, so many things are there, okay. So this framework is providing the complete layout, okay, and which area they will cover, okay, to protect their all the systems, OT systems, and the networks, okay, from these types of cyber security threats and the incidents as well. Okay, then we have the second standard, okay, ISA. Okay, so this is developed by the ISA 99 Standard Committee, and this is also one of the comprehensive cybersecurity standard, okay, formalized to address the different aspects of the industrial control systems and operational technologies environment as well, okay. And this framework consists a collection of standards, okay, which the industries they will adopt to enhance their cybersecurity practices as well. Okay, and this standard providing a common framework for the rules and the procedures and the practices. Okay, then these things they will adopt, okay, to protect their all the industrial facilities against the cyber threats as well. Okay, so yeah, and you can also if you need more information about these standards, so I already added the link here. Okay, so you can also use, okay, this as a guideline and as more details here as well. So then we have, okay, this is the hybrid approach to ICS and OT cybersecurity. So this is one of the hybrid approach, okay, to ICS and the OT cybersecurity, which will integrate, okay, the both traditional and the modern security measures, okay, to protect the industrial control systems and the OT technologies and the environment as well, okay. So for example, the traditional security measures, okay, which will incorporate to establish the practices like network segmentation, access controls, and the defense side as well, okay. And it will also combine the modern security technologies like anomaly detection, the machine learning, and to enhance the threat detection, okay. And this is the integration of the IT and the OT security, okay. So this framework will bridge the gap between the IT and the OT sector, and aligning the policies, procedures, and the technologies, okay, to ensure the comprehensive protection, okay, from the cyber threats. So that's why we are using the hybrid name, okay, for this framework. So yeah, so this is another framework, okay, in front of you. And then we have, okay, another thing, that is IT cyber kill chain. Okay, reconnaissance, weaponization. Okay, the IT cyber kill chain is a framework, okay, which we are using to describe the stages of the cyber attack. Okay, and this chain and this framework has the different phases. Reconnaissance, okay, is to gather the information about the target. Weaponization, developing or acquiring the tools and the methods for the attack. Delivery, okay, delivering the malicious payload, okay, to the target system. And exploitation, exploiting the vulnerabilities to gain access and control. Installation is there, installing the malware or establishing the footholds. Yeah, the command and the control part, okay, which will maintain all the communication processes with compromised systems. And then there is action on objectives. Okay, so if attacker will achieve the goal, okay, so whether the data theft or disruption or other malicious activities were there, okay, so the secure remote access system allow workers, okay, to access the system. So this is a providing a complete IT cyber kill chain. Okay, so this is just basic general guideline. Yeah, we have another this model. Okay, this model is basically created in 1990s, and this Purdue model is a framework. Okay, and this will also define the different levels, okay, and segmentation, especially for the IT and OT technologies. And this model also provides some additional security within the OT environment by establishing the zones. Okay, the different zones are there. Okay, and control the flow of the data and the communication processes between the different part and between the different zones as well. Okay, to protect their system and industrial systems from the cyber threats from any unauthorized access as well. So this is also one of the well-known, okay, model and the architecture, okay, which is also available. Okay, then we have some industrial control protocols. Okay, so industrial control protocols like the Modbus is one of the standard protocol which we are using to transmitting the information, okay, over serial lines between the electronic devices. And this is one of the widely used protocol, okay, which we are using, okay, between the programmable logical controller PLC and SCADA system as well. Okay, and because this Modbus support, okay, both the serial and the Ethernet connections as well. Okay, and that's why it is so popular. Okay, then we have the S7COM. Okay, so this is another proprietary protocol, and the Siemens, okay, they developed this protocol for the communication, okay, with its S7 series, and it is one of the optimized protocol for high-speed data exchange. Okay, and then we have another open platform communication, okay, unified architecture. Okay, this is the machine-to-machine communication protocol, and this is specially designed for the industrial automation, and it will also facilitate, okay, the secure and the reliable data exchange. And then we have some other industrial control protocols as well. Ethernet, IP is there, okay, and this protocol we are using for the real-time communication between the industrial devices and the systems. And then we have the Profinet, yeah, and then we have the CAN bus. So different types of protocols we have, okay, and then we have the wireless industrial control protocols. Wireless HART is there, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, and these are some common protocols in front of you. Okay, so yeah, so Modbus functions codes define, okay, the purpose and the type of actions, okay, which need to be performed during the communication between the Modbus devices. And these are some codes for your understanding, because after this we are doing the one the practical virtual lab. So we are using these codes in that. Okay, so that's why I just added these all the details here. Okay, so you can just go through this. And then the firewalls. Okay, so firewalls basically we are used to filter the traffic between two or more network segments. Okay, and this is one of the very important component, okay, which we are using to filter the traffic, okay, between the different network segments. Okay, and definitely it will using a lot of it has a lot of components. Okay, like for example, there will be a default deny policy, exception based rule. Okay, OT specific firewalls are there. Okay, deep packet inspection feature is there. Okay, and it will also useful for the continuous monitoring and updates as well. Okay, so these are the firewalls, and these are configured by default, okay, to block all the traffic. Yeah, and this will also play a very important role in the OT sector, in the IT sector as well. Okay, there are different types of firewalls, okay, which we have. For example, we have here, okay, packet filtering. Okay, it will basically, packet filtering firewall is a technique, okay, that will allow or block the data packet, okay, and by using the specific criteria. Okay, for example, source IP address, destination IP address, source port, destination port, and the protocols. And it will also control the traffic flow. Okay, then we have the stateful inspection firewall. Okay, and this firewall enhancing the packet filtering by maintaining the knowledge of active connections as well. Okay, and then we have the deep packet inspection firewall. Okay, and this will also use for analyze the packet contents, detect the malicious activities, and enhance the overall security posture. Yeah, so these are the different types of firewalls, okay, which we are using basically in this system. Okay, so now what's the role of new technologies, okay, for the OT and the IT in the IT sector? Okay, like artificial intelligence and AI and the machine learning, okay, are very useful, okay, to for the threat detection and for the response as well. Okay, because the AI and the machine learning algorithms, they will analyze, okay, the data and detect the anomalies, okay, and generate the patterns, okay, which are very useful for the cyber threats, okay, in the real time environment. Okay, and then there is the industrial internet of things. So this is the new area, and in this area the security consideration is there. Okay, so because this area and this sector introduces the new cybersecurity.
Sorry, someone has muted you, I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so let me explain then again this slide. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the new technologies like the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Okay, and these all the new technologies and the applications we are using for the threat detection. Okay, and these all the AI and the ML algorithms, okay, basically used, okay, to analyze the data, okay, to detect the anomalies and to check the patterns. Okay, and then we will check the cyber threats, okay, in the real time as well. Then we have another new area, that is industrial internet of things, okay, IIoT. Okay, and this area is basically a new, because this area introduces a lot of different cybersecurity frameworks, okay, to protect the OT systems. And then we have the blockchain technology. Yeah, Okay, the blockchain technology basically offer the decentralized mechanism, okay, to store the data. And especially in the OT environment, it will ensure the data integrity to enhance the trust. Okay, and the zero trust architecture is there. Okay, so many new technologies we have, and they will basically improve the traditional systems and the methods and provide more secure and efficient and the fast mechanism, especially to the OT and the IT sector. Okay, so then we have the future of OT cyber security. Okay, so yeah, innovative solutions will be there. Okay, integration of IT OT, there will be a greater integration of IT and OT security technologies, will be used to streamline and to manage the overall cybersecurity systems, especially for these interconnected systems. And we need to prepare the new and the emerging threats. Should be prepared for those. There is the importance of the proactive OT cybersecurity measures as well. There's a need for the call of action, especially for the organizations to prioritize and invest in OT security. And definitely, without training, without awareness, and without adopting the new frameworks and the standards, this will not possible. So there's a need to adopt these all the things. So now is the time where I will show you the one virtual environment, and where you can see how the systems and the hackers they will hack the SCADA system in any industrial environment. So what we need for this lab, we need a virtual box machine, and then inside in the virtual box, you need to install the two operating system. The one is Ubuntu operating system, that is a target system. And then inside in that Ubuntu operating system, we are using the Modbus. Paul, this is one of the Java Modbus simulator. You can install this inside in the Ubuntu and you can use this. And then on the other side, we have another system that is a Kali Linux, that is an attacker machine. And we are using the nmap tool, and to generate the attack and change some of the registers value inside in this Modbus in SCADA system. So then we will attack on the operational technology by hacking ICS SCADA system by using the Modbus TCP protocol. And how to install this Ubuntu and the Kali Linux on the virtual box. So you can find all the details here. So this is my own channel, so you can find these all the solution how to install the Kali Linux on your virtual box and how to install the Ubuntu. You can find all the details here. I will try to upload the today lab as well there. So maybe in few days you will get that. So before starting that lab for you, so you need to understand so the complete environment. So we have the master SCADA system here, which will installing on the Ubuntu, Ubuntu operating system, and the Kali Linux we are using, to generate the attack on this system, And this attacker first read the register, that is RTU, and that RTU and the PLC, they are in the slave level, And then we have some, the devices, the industrial devices, which we are controlling from this RTU and the PLC systems. So there's the Modbus TCP protocol is working, for the communication. So this attacker will first read that register and then try to, change, the value of that register as well. So this is the basic flow of this lab as well. So that's it from my side. So now I will move to the lab. But before that, if you have any questions, so you can type in on the chat box. So then one by one, I will answer you in the last of the session. So now I'm just sharing the virtual environment with you, and then you can learn how the attackers, they will disturb all the systems.
Hey, Kashif,
Yeah.
Before you get into these, I just have two questions while you're still on the topic. that I'm going to get you to answer just for the people in the audience. So the first question that was asked is, to be a cyber resilient, what options should we consider to enhance the skill set of our 24/7 manufacturing facility? Should they provide training for the existing team, employ a dedicated OT cybersecurity team member, or engage cybersecurity contractors periodically?
Okay, already as we discussed these all the stuff, okay, in that slide where I explained the framework, okay, that framework is basically providing these all the areas where the industries they will improve their the levels and the cybersecurity things. So there's a need to adopt, okay, the new and the smart systems for their SCADA systems, for their PLC, for their all the processes. There is a need to adopt, okay, the multiple things, because security is not a single thing. We need a multiple things, okay, to safeguard and to protect our systems. Like there will be a firewall, there will be intrusion detection system, there will be some internal security mechanism, authentication systems will be there, okay. So you will mean all these things will be covered in those frameworks, okay. And definitely the awareness training, that is important. That will be the first step, okay, as per my experience, okay. So the employees and the staff and people in the industries, they need a proper training, okay, to handle these types of incidents, okay, especially related to the cybersecurity things.
Perfect. Then I just have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Why is Modbus still the most popular industrial protocol when it is transmitted in clear text and lacks in any authentication methods allowing for command injection? Is it not classed as a high priority threat, or is it due to legacy systems?
Actually, the problem is that I just explained a few things here to you. As I mentioned in the starting of this session, okay, so this is not a small topic, yeah. So this is a very, it's a big domain. It's a big two domains. They are merged with each other, the OT and the IT as well, okay. So I just mentioned the few examples to you. Definitely, all the existing protocols, they have some weaknesses and the loopholes. Okay, and that's why we are still facing these types of cyber challenges and the cyber attacks. Okay, if anyone is claiming that my protocol is best protocol and will secure all your system, that is not true. Okay, actually, that is not the fact. Okay, so definitely all the protocols have some weaknesses and some loopholes as well. Okay, and the most of the industries, okay, they are using these Modbus and these types of protocols, okay, and what are the weaknesses in these protocols. So I will explain you in this lab. Okay.
Perfect. Just one question in the chat there, Kashif. Is the change to NIS2 requirement going to have a big impact on OT security control in Ireland?
Pardons? Ask again.
Sorry. So is the change to NIS2 requirement going to have a big impact on OT security control in Ireland?
Definitely. We need to establish the new framework. We need to adopt the new framework, okay. And the good thing is that, okay, the industries, they should learn and they should train all the employees, okay, about the new threats and the new landscape, okay, which we are facing nowadays. So it is very important, okay, to go to the prevention part, okay. We need to understand the behavior of all the things which are coming to us, okay. So definitely there are so many new frameworks are introduced and developed, okay, and there is a need to understand and select the best thing, okay, as per the requirement of the industry, as per the requirement of the environment. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, you're just going to provide the images for the VM, are you?
Okay, I will okay, provide to you, and then maybe you will send to all the participants then. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So in this virtual box I have set up here, okay. Just ignore this Windows server, okay. So we need the two systems. One is Ubuntu and the other one is the Kali Linux, okay. So first of all, I'm starting these both machines, okay. So my screen is visible, yeah?
Yeah, we can see it perfect.
Okay. Yeah, this is the system. Okay, so yeah, this is the Kali Linux. I need to just log in this system. So you can, during the installation, you can use your own username and the password as well. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Kali Linux system, and on the other hand, we have the Ubuntu system. Okay. So first of all, I will show you which thing you need. Okay, for SCADA system. Okay, if you will just simply straight away, you can download. Yeah, this is the Modbus Pal. This is one of the Java Modbus simulator. Okay, you need to install this one. Okay, in Ubuntu. So already I installed, and it is already available in my download folder. Okay, so but you can download from this website. Okay, this is available. Okay, so hopefully I will provide, okay, these are all the links to you as well. Okay, so now just minimize this. Okay, and then I need to open the terminal. Okay, the one thing is very important here to understand when you are making the setup of two operating systems inside in the virtual machine. Okay, so you need to add the manual network. Okay, you need to set the IP addresses for both the machine, because when by default there will be a same IP address, okay, for both the machines. Okay, so you need to create another network, and you can set your own IP address, and then you can enable the DHCP. It will automatically assign the IP addresses, okay, to these machines, okay, to these operating system. Then you will be able to, these systems will be able to communicate with each other. Okay, so let me exit from this directory first. Okay, yeah, and then after this, okay, I need to, okay, check the IP address of this machine. Okay, so I'm using the IP address show command for that. Yeah, so here you can see this is my machine IP address here, that is 192.168.100.5. so it's mean the network address should be 192.168.100.0. okay, so this is my network, and this machine address is .5. okay, so after this, okay, because I already downloaded that simulator, and that is available in my download folder. Okay, so I'm just going to that directory. Okay, so you can simply go to that directory, change directory, and then you can use the downloads and go to that directory. Okay, so now I need to check, okay, that downloaded program is available. So I need to use this command. Yeah, this program is available, that is a modbuspal.jar. okay, this is here. Okay, so it's mean now I'm inside in that directory where I downloaded that program. Okay, so now I'm just using one command, okay, to run that simulator. Okay, and yeah, Java. Okay, so maybe when you are installing the new Ubuntu system, so maybe the Java program or the Java file is missing. Okay, so you need to update your system with the Java program as well. Okay, so I'm not going into too much detail, because if I will explain you the complete setup, so maybe it will take more time from me. Okay, so hopefully we will do some more practical things in our next session. Okay, so the Java, and yeah, and then we need to write down that Modbus program name, and you should ensure that all the spellings should be correct. Okay, Modbus Pal. Okay, and then the jar. Okay, and you can just type this command and just hit enter. And now it needs my password. I will providing my password. And now, yeah, this simulator is now in front of you. This is the Modbus Ball, okay, system, okay. It has all the things, okay, like the TCP port is 502 it is using, okay, and it has all other components as well, okay. So, okay, so in this basically, after the downloading that simulator, okay, and using this command to run this simulator, now is the time to add, okay, some options here, okay, some registers, okay, and we will give some slave ID to that, okay. So you need to click on the Modbus slaves, okay, add button here, okay, and here you can add, for example, the ID, okay, the slave ID you can provide here, okay. So, and that ID should be starting from 1 or to 5, okay. So that's mean a master can have up to 255 slaves, okay. Now here we can give some name, okay, as well, okay. So for example, I'm just adding the slave ID 1 and I'm adding, okay, the some name here, okay. For example, I'm saying that this is a fan, okay, fan, okay, sensor, okay. You can add any name here, okay, and you can add that, okay. So now, okay, we added the slave, okay, here, and this is the icon is there. You need to click on this, okay, because we need to add it, okay, this slave which we created, okay. So you can just click on the add, and here you can see that our slave has been added, and now we are editing, okay, this slave, okay, and we have memory as well here, okay. So we have registers as well and the coils as well here. These are the coils, these are the registers, okay. And the coils contains a value 0 and 1, okay, which represents on and off, okay. Whereas these holding the registers, okay, they can have different values, okay. So I'm just clicking on the add button, and here you can see this is the add register window will be open for you, okay. And where we have, okay, thousands, I think, yeah, that is, I think, 65,536 registers are available, okay. So here in this, okay. So for example, what I'm doing, I'm just adding the 10 registers here, okay. Don't need more registers. I'm just adding the 10 registers here, and you can just click OK. So here we have all the addresses, and here you can just add some values, okay, for this register. You can add any value. Like in my case, I'm adding 11, okay, and here I'm adding the 22, for example, okay, for better understanding, then 33, and then here like 44, like here, and 55, okay, and no need for the 6, okay, and for example here 77. Okay, so by using this strategy, you can just add some different values, okay, here, okay. And after adding the values here, you just simply run this simulator, okay, or run this simulator. So now the SCADA part and adding the registers and assigning the values is complete here, okay. So now is the time, okay, for the attack, okay. So I'm just going to the Kali Linux now, okay. So already you added here the 10 registers, okay, and we added some of the values, okay, and then, okay, after this we are now starting, okay, the attack from the Kali Linux operating system. So for that you need to open the terminal, okay, this is the Kali Linux terminal, okay, and after this you can start, okay, the command, okay, and that is we are using the one tool, okay, and map tool, okay, and that will scan all the existing systems which are connected, okay, the ports of those systems and all the things and the registers and all the things, and then we will generating the attack on that. Okay, so now we need to write the one command here, okay, that is nmap, okay, and the 502, okay, the 50 port is the common port, okay, and then we are using, okay, the network ID and then 24, okay, the subnet mask, okay. By default, this is the class C address, so the by default subnet mask is 24, okay. So now I'm just starting the scanning, okay. You can just press enter and you will wait, okay, for some time, and you can see this machine, the Kali Linux, scan all the connected systems, and where, yeah, this one, see, nmap scan the report for the 192.168.100.5, okay. So we just give the complete network address here, and now it is showing that the 100.5 is connected, okay, inside in this network, and yeah, it will also, the port 502 TCP is open, okay. So this scanning is complete now, okay, and then after that I'm just opening, okay, the MS console, okay. I will explain you, okay, what I'm doing here, okay. Okay, MS console. Okay, command not found, okay, let me check where I'm just missing something here. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so now here, okay, we already have the one open port, okay. So now, yeah, that is, I think I typed the wrong command there. Okay, that command should be msf and console. Okay, msf and console. Yeah, you can just enter. Now it is. What happened? Okay, that is command ms console. Did you yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, that is msf console. Okay, so now this program is started here. Yeah, it will take few seconds. Yeah, this is the Metasploit. Okay, that is already here. Okay, so now the next step, okay, which we will do, we will search, okay, some Modbus, okay, things, okay, and for that I'm just typing the search and Modbus. Yeah, and these are the different things, okay, which are in front of you. Auxiliary files, okay, analyze the Modbus, okay, and scanner is there, some other files are there, okay. So we are using, which file we are using? We are using the Modbus client file, okay, this one. Okay, so you can just straight away copy this here and you can just paste here, this one, okay, and you can just press enter. Now you are inside in that, okay. So now you can just type the show option command. Okay, show options, sorry, show options. Okay, and yeah, these all are the options are, let me make it bigger. Okay, these all options are available here for me. Okay, where I have the data registers, and there all the values is there, the port number, and some other details are already we have here. Okay, so but we need actually the Modbus. Okay, so and we need to check which actions are available for me here. Okay, so show actions, and these are the actions available in this tool. See, there is a read coil. Okay, there's a read discrete input, read holding registers, read ID, and write coil. Okay, write registers. Okay, the different options are available here. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just picking the read. Okay, read holding register option. Okay, and that is available here. Read holding register. Okay, I will copy this, copy selection, and I'm using that option here. Okay, so you can set action. Okay, and you can straight away paste that command here and press enter. Okay. Okay, so which register I want to read? Okay, I need to read the register 2. Okay, for example. Okay, so for that I need to add the command set. Okay, and set data and address 2. Okay, and you can just enter. So now I just give the command that I need the data address. I need to read the address 2. Okay, data of which is stored in the address 2. Okay, so you can just use this command, and then okay, you need to set the host. Okay, so our host, and already you know the address. Okay, by using the Kali Linux command. Okay, at the beginning. Okay, we use that. Okay, so we already know this is the address of that SCADA system. Okay, so our host 192.168.100.5. so you can just enter. Okay, so set our host, sorry, not host, our host. Okay, apology for this. Our hosts. Okay, and then the address of that 192.168.100.5. Yeah, that's perfect now. Okay, so okay, after that you can run this. Okay, and see the register value is here. You already read that value. This is here. Okay, so already you got the value. Okay, so now in the next step we are just changing this value, okay, of this register. Okay, and then you can see how any attacker will change, okay, the value, okay, of that register of SCADA system. Okay, so again I'm using the set action. Okay, and this time I'm using the write command. Okay, which is, yeah, sorry, this is here, write registers. Okay, this command, write registers, this option, copy, and this time I'm using that one. Okay, so set action and write register. Okay, just you can paste that selection here, write register. Okay, enter, and this time you need to add the command, okay, in which register you want to change the value, okay, in data address registers, okay, yeah, in data address register and in register 2, okay. And okay, so now you will give the new value to that register, okay. Set data, for example, I'm giving the value 99 to that register, okay, and you can just enter and you can run and see. And now we will go to that machine again and we will check the impact. Okay, I need to log in again. Yeah. See, the value is changed here. It's 99. So because normally, okay, this simulation is started with the 1, but normally this will be started from the 0. Okay, so that's why this register value is changed here, the 99. Okay, before that was 33. So this is the attack, okay, and maybe this one is one of the critical process register, okay, and operation. So the hacker will easily change this value, okay, by using the Kali Linux setup, okay. Yeah. Okay. It's, you know, the font size is too small. Yeah. Next time I need to increase the font size of this Kali Linux. Okay, so that's it from my side. Yeah, this is the attacker setup. You can see how easily attacker use the Kali Linux and exploit and gain the authorized access of that system, SCADA system. Okay, and how easily read the register's value and change the and write the register's value as well. Okay. Yes. Yes. If you have any question now, so now I'm taking your questions. And
I have a few questions gathered here for you, Kashif.
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is one about the postdoc. Does it cover the standards of IEC 62443 in details?
Yeah, I already explained, okay, the three standards and the frameworks in the slides, okay, and definitely we will discuss some more, okay, in the next sessions as well.
Perfect. This is from another question. So integration into enterprise environments can be very challenging. For examples, using Active Directories in an OT environment. What would you recommend to use for identity and access management in an OT environment instead of Active Directory and local users or groups? Thank you.
Okay, actually, the issue is that first of all, okay, the industries and the organizations, they need to check, okay, which type of requirement and which type of devices and the solutions they need, okay. So there is a complete process, okay. So basically these frameworks will providing a complete guideline, okay, where they will provide the tools and the guidelines where the industries, they will assess their existing systems, okay, and according to that, then they will set their roadmap and which thing they need, okay, for their systems. So like this, like little bit, this is a challenging, this is challenging part, So it's again depend how the numbers of the machine, the number of the systems, the infrastructure, their systems are connected with the internet, with the cloud, with the edge. Okay, so it's, you know, topology to topology, the things will be different. Perfect. I will try to explore these few more technical things in next sessions. Okay.
So will there be a lab guide provided, Kashif?
Yeah, I will upload the complete this lab, okay, and let me try to make the image of these machines and then we'll share with you, okay, because this is already complete setup, because you need to install, if you are installing from the scratch, So the videos are available in that my channel, so you can just follow, watch those videos, and install the Ubuntu and the Kali. And I will try my best, okay, to upload the complete this, the hacking lab as well there. Because in the next session we are using some more stuff, so that's why I'm just waiting, okay, to share these all the things at once to everyone, okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Intrusion detection system, yes, it is the solution, but the problem is that in these systems they are working with the real-time databases. Okay, if there is any new malware is coming to network, and that is not available in the database of in these IDS and the IPS systems, then there will be some challenging thing, okay, with these intrusion detection systems as well. And another challenge is that we are using the third-party tools, okay, so the reliability and the trust thing is there, okay. So yeah, so many challenges we have in the IDS as well, okay. So I hope this will be fruitful for you, okay, this session. And so thank you very much for your participation, and see you next week, okay, with the new things, okay, where we'll explore some more interesting things, especially for the IT and the OT sector as well, okay. Thank you.